Let's move, guys. Let's move on to the next topic, and that's gonna be Michael Jordan. Uh, Michael Jordan's been in the news a lot. He's been in the news quite a bit. Obviously, he's coming back to the NBA on NBC. He's gonna be a contributor, a special contributor. He's not gonna be contributing live. He's not gonna be doing any live segments. It's gonna be pre-recorded. So that means that Michael Jordan gets to control the narrative. He gets to control what's being put out there. He probably will have final edit and cut, so he can decide, oh, I don't want this in there. Let's not roll with this. So I'm curious to see what happens there and what his return to NBC is really going to look like. It's honestly a very exciting time for the NBA. But I'm not sure if you guys are aware of who Michael Jordan's longtime agent is, but that would be David Falk. And if you can see in that little left-hand corner thumbnail picture, that's Michael Jordan and David Falk sitting next to each other courtside. David Falk, obviously, he's his longtime agent. He recently he's come under fire for some comments about LeBron James, subtle shade. So folks think that David Falk has been shading LeBron James subtly. I don't think he said anything disrespectful. I don't think anybody would say that, but it definitely reignites and sort of it definitely doesn't help the battle of the eras, and it definitely reignites the LeBron James Michael Jordan discussion and who's greater, who's better, what would happen if so and so had this, would Michael Jordan be able to win more titles if he could pick his teammates, right? And so David Falk, he was asked, and he spoke with someone from the Sports Business Journal about a few things surrounding basketball. And of course, they got into this topic. Falk was asked who he believes is the GOAT, and he quickly answered without a doubt, Jordan. After that, he was asked about his number 2 on his list, for which he then answered Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Kobe Bryant. Falk was then asked for his opinion on Lakers superstar LeBron James. The 75-year-old said that James might be among his top 10 players of all time and threw some shade at the 4-time NBA champion. He said, probably. I think it's interesting he said probably. So basically he's saying LeBron James isn't even top 10 for me. He's not being disrespectful to say that, but he ain't top 10 for me. So if Falk is 75 years old, that means he's seen a lot of basketball. So LeBron James just probably doesn't fall into that top 10, but he said probably. So then before delivering the quote of the day, he says, I really like LeBron. Of course, you have to qualify everything you say about LeBron before the media comes, before the boys come and get you. But he then goes, I really like LeBron, but I think if Jordan had cherry picked what teams he wanted to be on and 2 other superstars, he would have won 15 championships. Now, guys, I don't know how I feel about hypotheticals. I don't love it. Do I think that Michael Jordan, if he was able to pick his teams and pick his teammates, would he have 15 titles or would he have won more titles? I actually don't agree with that. The reason why I don't agree with it is because Michael Jordan wasn't the best at putting teams together. He wasn't the best at deciding on those things. We saw that in Charlotte when he was an owner there. We see that when he demanded for Charles Oakley to be his teammate. Michael Jordan, to me, made more emotional decisions when it came to people and personnel than business ones. So I think that, and it's not that Michael Jordan wasn't smart. I think he was a gifted basketball player. I just don't know that he would never have picked another superstar to be on his team, but he wanted to compete. But I just don't know that he would have picked the right superstars to work with, or if he just would have picked somebody that he was comfortable with. I don't know. But that is I think it's a good discussion to have. What do you guys think? I'm curious to hear that. Would Jordan have more titles if he could pick his teammates? I do think that a lot of people are going to call cap that LeBron James didn't have all this help. And I have to get going, guys. I don't have much more time to stay live, but I can tell you right now, and I'm going to expose and cook LeBron James and his fans right now, because it's just not true. Let's take a look at all the superstar, all-star help that LeBron James has throughout his career. Dwayne Wade, Bosh, Shaquille O'Neal, Mo Williams, Shane Battier, Anthony Davis, Kevin Love, Ray Allen, J.R. Smith, Kyrie Irving, Big Z, Andrews Vareo, Tristan Thompson. What's that, 13 people? 13 all-stars that LeBron James has played with? So these are LeBron James all-star teammates, but he's been quoted, we didn't have the right personnel. He always has an excuse. He said the role players made him lose. That's what LeBron James has said on multiple occasions. The role players made me lose. They did it. It's their fault. They couldn't hit the shots. You know? But let's just go through these teammates. Let's go through them. Let's start with Dwayne Wade. Let's start with Dwayne Wade and the impact that he's had on LeBron James's career. He was already a finals MVP and one of the best 3 players in the world. LeBron James put a top 3 player in the world on his team. He actually went to his team. He went to Dwayne Wade's team to win titles, to learn how to win titles. Together, they led the Miami Heat to 4 consecutive finals appearances and 2 championships in 2012 and 2013. Wade's slashing, defensive intensity, and leadership allowed LeBron to grow into an even more complete player, while their chemistry on the court produced some of the most iconic highlight reels in NBA history. Wade also sacrificed, and this is key, guys, this is key. Wade also sacrificed his own numbers to accommodate LeBron, showcasing his selflessness and commitment to winning. Though Wade's prime years faded during their time together, his presence was instrumental in helping LeBron capture his first rings. Their bond, both on and off the court, remains one of the strongest in NBA history. Kyrie Irving. We're just going down the list, guys. Kyrie Irving. He hit the shot of all shots. In the playoffs, he had a game where he went off for 40-plus points. I guess LeBron James just didn't have enough help. Anthony Davis gave LeBron exactly what he needed in his late career, an elite 2-way superstar to take the pressure off. When the Lakers traded for AD in 2019, expectations were sky high, and the pair delivered immediately, winning the 2020 NBA championship in the Orlando bubble. Davis's versatility as a scorer, rim protector, and rebounder made him the perfect complement to LeBron's playmaking brilliance. In their first season together, AD led the regular season in scoring for the Lakers and then averaged over 27 points, over 9 rebounds, and more than 1 block per game during the playoffs, while LeBron orchestrated the offense. While injuries have slowed Davis since, and the big man is now a member of the Dallas Mavericks, in the Doncic trade, their pairing remains one of the most potent duos in modern NBA history. No doubt LeBron will be very fortunate to have another top 75 player of all time alongside him. And guys, fadeaway.net, they are the ones that provided me with this info, and I'm grateful to them. So thank you so much. Salute to you, fadeaway.net. Chris Bosh. He's one of the forgotten members of Miami's Big Three and was most recently insulted by none other than Rich Paul, the leader of the Clutch cult. He basically said that Chris Bosh was never that good. He was never a superstar. He was never like really that guy on Toronto, you know. But another guy, another number 1 option from another team that LeBron James had, an all-star, an Olympian, a 2-time Olympian. Then we fast forward to Russell Westbrook. Some call him West Brick, some call him Dress Brick. But Russell Westbrook's stint with LeBron on the Lakers was short and turbulent, but it shouldn't overshadow his legacy. A walking triple-double and former MVP, Westbrook brought relentless energy to every game, and much was expected from him when he joined the Lakers. While his fit with LeBron was far from seamless and the point guard suffered from the media because of it, Russ still showed flashes of brilliance, particularly on the stat sheets. He averaged 18.5 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 7.1 assists per game in his first season, and it followed up with 15.9 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game in his second season, albeit with some inefficiencies. Despite their struggles as teammates, Westbrook's inclusion on this list highlights LeBron's resume, which includes collaborations with star players of different styles. While their partnership didn't result in a single playoff appearance, it added another Hall of Fame name to LeBron's staggering list of teammates. Staggering. Ray Allen. I mean, another guy hit the shot of all shots in 2013. Absolutely incredible. Kevin Love. Another star from Minnesota that was pulled by LeBron James to Cleveland Cavaliers to help him win that 2016 championship. Kevin Love was a first option on Minnesota, an all-star. Love's most iconic moment came on the defensive end when he locked down Stephen Curry on the Cavs' final possession in Game 7 of the 2016 Finals. That stop, along with his consistent presence as a rebounder and shooter, made him a vital piece of Cleveland's championship puzzle. And then you also have Rajon Rondo, who is a basketball savant, has incredible basketball IQ, made him an ideal partner for LeBron James during the Lakers' 2020 championship run. While Rondo wasn't the superstar he once was, he stepped up in the playoffs, earning the nickname Playoff Rondo. Isn't that interesting, guys? Playoff Rondo. LeBron James gets to play with Playoff Rondo. Lastly, Shaq Diesel. While Shaq's time with LeBron was brief and far from his prime, his presence during 2009 and 2010 season was still important at the time. O'Neal brought a wealth of experience and a larger-than-life personality to a Cleveland squad desperately chasing its first championship. So look, they didn't achieve any postseason success together besides getting to the second round, but yet another all-star veteran that he had. And guys, what do we think? I mean, let's just take a look at Michael Jordan's superstar, all-star teammates. The proof is in the pudding. Here's the evidence, guys. We're not making it up. Michael Jordan never played with anybody like Kyrie Irving. Are you guys out of your minds? LeBron had no help. LeBron James fans must be out of their mind. Absolutely insane. Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, and Robert Parrish. Come on now. What are we talking about here? I want to know what you guys think. Call in, talk to me nice. I have time for one phone call and then I have to jet, but I want to know what you guys think. Call in, talk to me nice. Let me know. I'll read some comments in the meantime. We got a super chat from Spurs and. Salute to you, Spurs and, for the super chat. Great takes today. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I really appreciate you. But if we're not going to get anybody to call in, it looks like we have our first caller, Sabrina. Thank you for calling in, Sabrina. Talk to me nice.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I want you to get another call. I just called to say hello and I watched this show.
Oh
today.
no, I want to hear what you have to say. What do you think about this? Do you think that Michael Jordan would have more titles if he was allowed to pick his teammates?
Of course.
Really?
LeBron sucks up all the air, like you said,
Mhm.
and every player that he ever had, instead of letting them lead him to a championship, when he see that they're outshining him, he throws in the usual, start shooting bricks, just because he don't want nobody to shine at the end of the game. He'd rather lose than let somebody else get some shine, even if it's one or two times. He had so much help and he should have had more rings, but he didn't utilize his help that he advocated for, that he got chosen to his team, and he's just a loser, period. He's always going to be a loser, and he's going to be more of a loser because he should have retired.
Mic drop.
He's going to stink up the NBA come next year best that he can.
Mm-hmm.
But the narrative is not going to be as bad as they were because Michael Jordan is back.
Wow. I'm with you, Sabrina. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to take the next caller. You have a good one, okay?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you for calling Sports Tea. Talk to me nice.
Hey, what's up there? How you doing?
Is this Rod?
This is Rod.
Hey, Rod, talk to me nice. What do you think? Would Michael Jordan have more titles if he could pick his teammates?
Yeah, probably not 15, maybe 8. I mean, I think, and it wouldn't be that hard to pick a player. He's going to get Charles Barkley on the team, right? Because that's his friend. You're saying that Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley on the team aren't going to win a bunch of titles? I don't think so, right? So you make your criticisms of him being a GM, which he kind of, I guess he's just more of an owner. He did the GM thing in Washington, and he paid other people to be GMing while he was owning the team. I really can't criticize him for being a bad owner or hiring bad people, but I think people are they're a little sus when they're trying to bring that up because, he's doing the same thing in NASCAR and they're a success. Just the luck of the draw. And that's another thing I have to say about people.
The only thing
he's been in NASCAR for the past 5 years.
Stop you for a moment, Rod, just because, it's not a luck of the draw. And when you're a GM or you own a team and you own it for 20 plus years. So he's been owning the Hornets for a long time and didn't make that many great decisions. I'm not saying he was a horrible owner. I'm just saying that the decision making didn't seem to work out. And so when you take a look at that, would he have actually picked Charles Barkley? So that's the question. Would he have actually picked him? I don't know he would have picked Charles Barkley because he was such a competitor. Would he have picked him?
He's going to pick Charles Barkley. How hard is that to do?
But would he?
I mean, I'm not going to get into this minutia and get sidetracked off of Michael Jordan. You and I can disagree, and I accept your point, but I say my counterpoint is just as valid. But you got your show. But what I want to really talk about is this Jokic thing. I'm glad that the freaking guy's dead. I never understood maybe one MVP for this guy. But he can't play two ways. And I'm sick and tired of all these NBA nerds who look at the advanced stats, and all the advanced stats are all offensive advanced stats. That's all they give a fuck about is advanced offensive stats. He can't guard anybody. If he could guard somebody halfway competently, they would have won the series. But they didn't because he can't. He can't even block a shot from a 6'1" guy in the paint. He's over fucking rated. He's a fat, slow Euro. He's not even like Larry Bird. He can get, that's an insult to say he's Larry Bird with this by comparing this fat, slow Euro who's gaming the system where he basically he can't be touched. He can bully his fat ass into the paint, get his own rebounds. I mean, they put these stats up with him like, oh, he's had these 20 games, 30. Oh, they got Shaq. They got Kareem, they got Malone, right? They got all these players that go, yeah, all of them can play defense. What the fuck? This guy can't defend anybody. And they want to make him a top 20 player who only plays one side of the ball in a game system where nobody can do anything to him when he gets in the paint. And everybody's now on a fucking diet where they don't even have any ass in their they don't have any muscle in their ass. They can't guard his fat fucking ass in the paint. Sure. Advanced stats. Oh, 20 fucking 30 games. Oh, triple-double games. Fuck that shit. Play some defense, you fucking fat motherfucker. I want you to die. Go away. I don't want to see you in MVP talk anymore. SGA should have won. He should have won the last 2 MVPs. I don't know. This guy maybe should have won 1 MVP. I'm glad he got his flowers. He got his coach fired. Your team's going to fucking implode. Go back to fucking Slavia, Dorandia, where the fuck you're from, and watch your fucking horses. I don't want to watch your fat, slimy, sweaty, stupid, slow. Now it's a whining ass. At least Malone kept him in check. Now he feels like he could talk all the fucking time. Go away, you fucking gangster. Go away. All you fucking kids who like this guy thinks he's your fucking torchbearer of advanced stats. Fuck you and fuck.
All righty, Rod. The F-bombs, all the, we've got to end the call. I've got to get back to work. Thank you so much for calling in. Really appreciate you, Rod. That was talk about going scorched earth. Okay. Really, I don't think that Jokic deserved all of that. But thank you, Rod, for your call. Your voice was definitely heard. Okay, that is some Jokic hate. If I have not heard it, that there you go. I agree with the sentiment that Jokic is overrated, but a lot of the other stuff we don't necessarily need. But thank you so much for your call, Rod. Guys, I've got to go, but thank you so much for joining. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Share the video. Like. Smash the like button. It's free, guys. Run up the likes for me. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you probably at some point for the next game. Okay? Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.